Springfield Police say they seized an illegal dirt bike yesterday after receiving reports of reckless driving near Main Street and Wason Avenue. Police say residents raised concerns over 4 dirt bike riders. They were harassing other drivers while driving erratically. And police add the tractor trailer had to brake quickly as one of those dirt bikes swerved around it, causing one rider to fall off. The suspect, who later tried to make a run for it, was identified as 18-year-old Aiden Stone, and he was arrested and now faces several vehicle-related charges.